Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review The Witch. So, The Witch stars Anya Taylor-Joy, and what this film is about, it's about a family, in the 1630s that live in New England. They're a Christian family, they live in this small farm, and they happen to live near a witch, and let's just say this witch starts doing some terrible things to this family. So, what did I think of The Witch? Now, before I give my thoughts and everything, I just want to say that, I'm not the typical movie goer. I see as many films as I can. I love mostly all types of films. And, I love films like this. But, however, I didn't enjoy this movie. I didn't see what was so great about The Witch. Now, if you love the film, great. I'm glad you love this movie. I'm glad you found enjoyment out of it. I'm glad you love it. It's just me. However, I didn't see what was so great about it. I found it to be a very mediocre horror film. It's not the resurrection of horror films. It really isn't. And it's most certainly not the best movie of 2016 like some people are calling it. It really isn't. There are way better movies, and I just found this to be really disappointing. So yeah. So let's get into my positives, because I do have positives with this film. And my positives are, the acting. The acting is good for the most part. I thought there was some really good acting in the movie. Anya Taylor-Joy as, the main girl in the film. I thought she was really good. She was really good in the movie. I thought she did a really good job, for what she was given. She was really good in the film, and I thought she did a really good job in the movie. She was good in the film. The father, the guy that played the father, he gave the best performance out of anybody in this movie. He was great. I thought he did an absolutely great job. The kid that played Caleb, he was pretty good as well. Especially one scene he really impressed me in, but which I'm not going to spoil, but he really impressed me in that one scene, and he was just really good in the movie. I thought he was really good in the film. The movie didn't really scare me necessarily, but there were some creepy imagery, some creepy moments, some suspenseful moments. Not really scary, but just some creepy imagery that I liked, and some suspense. That was great in my opinion, especially one scene that was really intense, and I thought it was really great the way it was executed. The score is absolutely beautiful. This is one of my favorite scores of the year. I thought it had a great score behind it. Definitely set the mood whenever it was playing, so yeah. The production design and the costume design is great. I usually never talk about the costume design, but man, these costumes were great. It really made you set you in the 1630s in New England. It really did. And I like that. Some of the writing was pretty good. There was some really good writing in my opinion. The directing, it's beautiful. The directing is beautiful with the film. I thought I had some beautiful directing behind it. So yeah. But however, I do have a lot of negatives with The Witch, and my negatives are the rest of the acting. The rest of the acting's pretty terrible. I mean, there was some really bad acting in the film. The woman that plays the mother, she was awful. It was unbearable to watch her at parts. It was really atrocious, the way she was acting in the film. It was terrible. I really hated her in this movie. And these twins, these two twins, you want to hit them with the shovel. They are so annoying. Oh my goodness, every time they were on screen, I was just like, go away. Oh my goodness, the rest of the acting isn't that great. Nothing happens in this movie for the majority of it. And I don't want to get no comments saying, oh, you didn't pay attention to the movie. My eyes were at the screen the entire time. And this is all it was. Talking. Oh, creepy imagery. Talking. Creepy imagery. That's what this entire film was. Barely anything happened in this movie. And when finally something happened, I was like, finally! Something is happening! Because just nothing happened for the majority of this movie. It's very pretentious, this movie. It's very artsy. Like, they do, like, slow-moving shots and very, very artsy type of filmmaking. And I'm like, you are so pretentious right now, that's not even funny. Like, it was really, really pretentious at times, in my opinion. And the writing, oh, some really bad writing at times. Like, the dialogue was awful at moments. Like, I just was baffled at times of how bad the dialogue was. You know, there was some really bad dialogue at times in this film. Oh, and this movie is boring. Oh my goodness. This movie's only an hour and 32 minutes. And it feels like a 3-hour movie. I was so bored that I almost fell asleep while watching this movie. It was that boring. Because nothing happens for the majority of it. Nothing. Zero. Really. It was just really boring at times, in my opinion. Just really, really boring. And then, my last negative is the ending. The ending is so anticlimactic. And, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Abrupt. Like, it just ends. I'm like, really? Now, I wasn't expecting no slasher-type ending or anything, but at least an ending, at least. It was really abrupt and really anticlimactic, this ending. One of the worst endings I've seen all year, honestly, so yeah. But overall, guys, The Witch is a very mediocre film. It's very overpraised and the most overrated film of the year. It is not that great. It is not the resurrection of horror films. It really isn't. So yeah. So it's time for my official grade on The Witch, and my official grade on The Witch is a C+. It's an okay film at best, and it's just not that good. I didn't really enjoy it, but like I said, if you love the film, good for you. I'm glad you enjoyed this film. I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you think it's one of the best films of the year, but however, I just didn't enjoy it, and I didn't see what was so great about it, so yeah. So what did you guys think of The Witch? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we will seek you out later. Peace.